What's up, guys? The last video I made didn't do too well, but I still thought I'd go ahead and continue this series anyways. I know my regular Roblox viewers probably won't enjoy these videos too much, but I just thought I'd really expand my horizons a bit and start making some more content than just my typical Roblox videos. In this one, I'll be talking about this popular photo of a huge pentagram found in a remote corner of the country of Kazakhstan. The actual name of this place is the Lisakovsk Pentagram, and this is the current satellite footage of the area, which you can just find on Google Maps. I do really apologize if I'm butchering that name. I don't speak Russian, so I don't really know how it's pronounced. But it seems like a ton of people have at least seen this photo somewhere on the internet, but nobody really knows much about it, and if you try to look on Google Maps, there really isn't any information on it. As far as I know, there are no ground photos of it, so only aerial footage exists, and it is true that despite having a lot of coverage, there really isn't a whole lot on it, so let me just start off by explaining some of the characteristics of it. So according to livescience.com, the circle enclosing the pentagram is 366 meters in diameter, which is pretty big. And there are some buildings across the water nearby, but it's fairly remote, and the nearest town is about like 12 miles away. The pentagram is named after that town, so like Lisakovsk or something. Again, I don't really know how to pronounce it that well. But yeah, the pentagram is named after the town, and you can see that it's pretty close by. This is it in relation to the town. And naturally, people on the internet have come up with some, dare I say, weird theories as to what it might be. So let's just take a look at some of them. The most widely accepted theory is that this is a park. Now, obviously, that isn't 100% concrete, but it is the most likely answer, and that's what I believe. Now, seeing what I described about it, it is a fairly strange park, and it really isn't used, but I do believe that it is most likely just a park. And this has been confirmed by a local archaeologist going by the name of Emma Usmanova. Again, I don't really speak Russian, so I can't pronounce that. But yeah, she basically claims that the pentagram in question is actually just a star-shaped park. And that's what I do believe. The lines making up the shape of the park are more like pathways, and you can see that they're dotted with trees, even before reading the interview with Emma. I could clearly tell that the lines making up the pentagram were just like pathways, because you can see trees huddled around the lines, but not really anywhere else. Now, if we are to believe Emma, which I do, the reason the park is shaped like a star is because it was created during the Soviet Union's time. Now, you still might be wondering, well, why would it be shaped by a star? And this is why. Basically, the star was a symbol of the Soviet Union, and Kazakhstan was actually a country which was part of the Soviet Union at the time. So seeing how the star was one of its symbols, it would often get incorporated into buildings around that era, and decorations and monuments, and things of that nature. I actually read a Wikipedia article similar to this, where basically during the Cold War, both the USSR and the United States would make playgrounds based off of the space race, and things like rocket ships. So it's really just an odd park. It's not much more than that. But this is the internet after all, so I thought I'd mention some more outlandish theories. Some people claim that the reason the park is pentagram shaped is because it's really some sort of like secretly religious or occult ritual ground or something of that nature. I don't believe this one bit because, one, it's more like a conspiracy theory than an actual theory to be taken seriously. Second, even if I were to take this seriously, it's still really stretching out there a bit. And third, I don't think that would just go unnoticed at all. And there's really not any evidence of this on Google Maps, just like there's not really any evidence of this being a missile testing site or something like that, which a lot of people do believe, and I will admit that is actually a fairly decent theory in my opinion. Way better than the idea that it's some sort of like ritual ground. And seeing how it was constructed during the time of the USSR, I wouldn't doubt it if it was some sort of bomb testing zone. The only reason I don't believe this theory is because, one, it's basically been confirmed that it's a park, and also there are buildings nearby. There's a town pretty close by. It's next to a lake that's used often, so I wouldn't really expect this to be somewhere missiles are being tested. That's not really something you'd expect. But yeah, that's it for today's video of Google Maps Anomalies. I hope whoever's watching this, I know there's not really a lot of people watching this, but I hope you guys still enjoy this series. I won't be spoiling what the next one will be because I want to keep it a surprise, but I'll see you on the next one.